We a play for the whole holiday. Call up like gift and Santa sleigh. Whether you cold there foreign or warm in a yard, power the station, the lock on me down. You not drop like snowflake. From a Christmas or radio, a power the first pick.
Here comes Power 9, here comes Power 9, here comes Power 9.5. It's the spirit of the season, this is Christmas time. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. Fill your hearts with Christmas cheer, 9.5's gonna make it right.
Power 95, the spirit of the season. The views expressed in the following program aren't necessarily those of Power 95. Ladies Room comes to you compliments of Renwick and Thompson Limited, agents for Western Union, and Beacon Insurance.
Always be sure you settle for more. Get up to 35% off Beacon's fully comprehensive vehicle insurance and still cover a whole lot more. Enjoy higher discounts and better coverage for any kind of vehicle, car, SUV, or pickup with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. To sign up, call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and settle for more today.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they are prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
Hello. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the room, the ladies' room for today, Tuesday, November 15th. And guys, it is 39 days until Christmas. Y'all counting or y'all just going with the flow? Then again, only dead fishes go with the flow, so you don't want to be a dead fish, all right? We've had 2 years of lockdown, 2 years of not enjoying Christmas the way we know how to, a Caribbean Christmas with all the trimmings, the food and the house to house. And, we sort of kept to ourselves for the last 2 years because, how COVID-19, how we spread it. So we sort of kept to our immediate families and what have you. So sort of put a damper on our Christmas spirit. But we are back, 2022. Is it just me or is it, I was thinking about that yesterday and I'm like, wow, isn't that crazy? Like the world was literally thrown into a tailspin 2 years ago. The uncertainties, people dying, and then like every single day it was just like COVID. And then here we are now and we, it's like it didn't even happen, it's crazy, all the precautions we had to take, the mask, the social distancing, no parties, no fetes, no events, no nothing, and here we are now like it never happened. It's crazy. But anywho's, who's here with me already? Come on in the room, guys. Come on in. Linda Pearl is here first. Good morning. Good morning, Marianne. Good morning, Patsy. Aretha. Good morning, Rachel. Morning. Happy Tuesday to our friends out in Toronto and the US and England and wherever else you are now hearing the sound of my voice. Good morning, Shemi Joseph. I've never seen you before. Welcome to the live. Good morning, Debbie Croney. Latouche. Good morning, Jackie. How are you, Jacqueline? And how is my son-in-law? Good morning, Queen B. Good morning, Christelle. Good morning, Marva. Who else is here? Shante, morning. Good morning, Shauna, Dakota, Town Girl. Morning, everybody. Sonia. Sonia is here yet? No, I don't think so. Morning, Jackie. Morning, Cheryl. Morning, Rajesh. Rita. Morning, Michelle. Spicy Sweet Pea. Morning, Crystal. Electra. Good morning. Dwight, you give Grenada back? How much years do you Dwight? What's this thing? Is Air Canada? Which one of them? You have direct flights now to to Grenada. You didn't find time for you to come in Hermitage and see your father? Morning, Roseanne. Morning, Electra. Shirley Jafal, good morning. Um, morning, Camillus. Morning, Maureen. Yes, Debbie, your brother-in-law too. Good morning, Jennifer. Listen to me calling my own name. Good morning, Junior. Good morning, Lisa, Andrea, Marianne. Everybody's here. Rhonda is here. Roseanne says she's not hearing me. Well, maybe you're the only one, so you probably need to come out of the room, Roseanne, and come back in. July. Good morning, Karine. Morning, Chantel. How are you, my love? Hope all is well. Good morning, Chantel. Sheldon. How are you? So, before we get into the situation this morning, y'all Canadians just killed me, I swear. It's always, if it was me, I woulda, coulda, shoulda, do. And put y'all in the same position and you probably do the same thing. Y'all knew, of course, we heard the news yesterday about, the robbery that took place in broad daylight. And boy, homeboy, any news yet? Was he caught or anything yet? I don't think I saw anything. Was morning Wendy, morning Donna, well afternoon Londoners checking in. Are you did they capture the person who had did the robbery yesterday? Y'all kill me. Like, why would y'all tell? If it was me, why would you want to lose your life, risk losing your life for something that don't even belong to you? It's not like the person came to your home and your property and you're protecting your home. You have children there. Why would you want to tell somebody that they should fight back? All we saw was a little video. And from that angle, we saw a blue bag. And talking about y'all are so hilarious. I saw a guy this morning standing by the bank and he had a same blue bag. Somebody passed out to him and said, boy, get a different color bag. Next thing they say is you that were planning to rob the bank this morning. Put a bag away and get another color. Y'all take everything and make joke. As I was saying, why would you tell somebody that somebody come to rob their place of employment, they should fight back? As much as I love my job, I also love my life. And I think that's one of the things they tell you. If somebody comes to rob you, you don't put up no fight. Some people like to play hero. I ain't about to play no hero. Some people love playing the hero role, and then before you know it, you hear in the news he was a decent man, he did it, that he died in the act of duty in service and what have you. Somebody come to rob, we only saw a video, we don't know if there were any weapons or if he had any gun, knife, bomb, we don't know. We only saw the blue bag, which was very evident. We don't know what was said to the young ladies. If I'm in that position, I'll do the same thing. Why am I fighting to protect, instead of protecting my life? When people desperate, you don't know what they're going to do. Next thing you're trying to play hero, and the person wanting to get away decide they want to be a hero too. Here lies Aruna, fought while trying to protect employers' property. Okay. What is both robberies? They had another one? Okay, so the company's money is insured. Well, even better. Okay, I'll rest my case. So, if the company's money is insured, why y'all encouraging people to fight? Like I said, we don't know what this person said to the people. You don't know what threats were made. You don't know what weapons were shown or concealed. Miss Lady, you did the very best thing. Listen, remain calm. Whatever was said to you, you follow the instructions and hand it over. Grenada small. He ain't going away far with that fast to spend it. Sooner or later, I'm going to hear something. I didn't see nobody post that he was caught or anything yet, but police have a very good track record when it comes to solving crime. So I'm sure pretty soon we'll hear something. Rhonda said the man made a joke and he get through. Well, whether he make joke or not, they say what is joke for school children is death for crapple. So if he make joke and he get through, well, they say dog luck is not cat luck. He might get through this time, but the next time he try it, if he doesn't get caught, he mightn't get away so easily. The joke does choke. Either way. Lisa says I worked at at a reception as a receptionist at a hotel in St. Lucia. And the first thing my front office manager said, give them any and everything that belongs to the company. He was caught. Um, which one in Calais last night? What happened in Calais? I was in bed early. I missed that one. In Calais? I don't know. Laurel, so Laurel, how you dey quite in the United States of America? And you know he was caught and I right here and mean here nothing. That's confirmed. Let me know. The police put that up. Listen, I can never understand how people who live in the states often have more information or information before us who are here. You many times I speak to family and friends in the states or wherever, and they're telling me you in here so and so, and I'm like, here what so and so? What are you talking about? And they're telling me what is happening here, and I'm here. How you all get news so quickly? It's like, yeah, I'm not here, but you're here. It's crazy. Like how man suspected of armed robbery in police custody. Is it the same one? Anyway, I'll check up on it. Anyway, let me go. Let's do what we get paid to do. And mind people business. They sort out. We'll get a story sometime. Some other point. Thank you, Debbie. Okay, so thanks, Deborah. So, Papa, they say it's usually insured, so give it up without resistance. If I want to play Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee and Jet Li and fight for people money, that is all your business. I ain't Jet Li for nobody. I'm playing hero, and all you're getting is a little read on the day of your funeral. Here lies Aruna died in the act of service. That is all you're getting. So if I want to play hero for people money, that is all your business. I repeat, if you ever find yourself in a situation like that, hand over whatever they ask for. They say bets, you live to tell the tale another day. Best you live to tell 30,000 a year. Best you live to tell the tale another day. That's all. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of they caught him. Saw it on Facebook. Laura, where did you see it? So, let me go check for myself. I'm seeing a lot of they caught him. Anybody have any link or any direct things? While you all do that, let's talk about the people's business this morning. Another husband and wife situation. Oh my gosh. This person says my husband's family has never liked me, but I ignored them for the most part because I believe we could have a life together without them. Things went well for the first few years, and the first kids, they mainly kept away, and my husband and I built our life. But now we're in year 6 of our marriage, and my husband is feeling nostalgic and has been paying visits to spending time with and bonding with his family. This annoys me somewhat, especially when he talks about having our children go to spend time with them. We live in the same parish, and they have never visited, celebrated birthdays, or interacted with our kids. They've just seen pictures. Most recently, they invited my hubby and the kids to a family cookout, and I wasn't invited. My husband said it was an oversight and I should go, but I feel really insulted. He went, but I didn't send the children. How can I fix this dilemma? I do resent them a lot, especially his mother, who refused to attend our wedding because I was a divorcee. People still doing that? Oh, okay. And the others who have shown no interest in getting to know me and my kids over all these years. So she's looking for some advice as to how to deal with the situation. Well, first of all, to me, the first part sort of answered the question. I mean, you've been doing well. You know that you weren't that. Let me ask these people and him something, by the way. For people who don't like who their sons or daughters or brother or sisters find themselves in a relationship, let me ask you this question. Are you the ones laying next to that person and swapping spit? That's all I want to know. Why some are so invested in other people's relationship, family for? Why do you have to have a say? Why do you need to like? Why do you and why do people feel a way if in-laws or family? I mean, we wish, in the grand scheme of things, we could all be one big happy family. We go to each other's house every Sunday, we exchange, and we cook and have a good. I mean, we would love that. But if it doesn't happen, are you gonna lose sleep over it? Are you gonna beat yourself up? Are you gonna stress? Some people don't even like themselves. Some people even like themselves. And if you were to ask them why they don't like you, they can't even tell you. Because I hear it so many times. You can't stand me, they don't like me. And then when you're why, I don't know, she playing thing or she this, that, or the other. There's never a really valid reason. Okay, well, she did this to me or he did this to me. So I resent him for this action or for that. Never nothing. You never cross path, never spoke, never mingled, never mix, never asked them to buy you a bread, never tell them your mouth dry, you want some juice, nothing. But I don't like her or I don't like him with no valid reasons. But at the end of the day, you cannot take any of that and go to Grand Lake, go to Flow. Who else? You can't take anybody's like and go pay any bills. You can't go to the bank and use that as security to get a loan. So after a while, you just got to decide what is more important, your family or the approval of your in-laws. Like I said, it would be nice if you could have that sort of relationship. It'd be perfect. It'd be wonderful. But if it so happens it doesn't, then hey, but at the end of the day, you can't get upset over him. That's his family. If something were to happen to you, God forbid, or you guys divorce again, whatever the case might be, or broke up, they're still going to remain his family. That's who he still has to turn to. So I wouldn't advise, okay, because you have a problem with them, that your husband should have a problem with his family. I think that's kind of unfair. I think that this hold on, let me see if that's the right one. What's it fair? Yeah, I think it's kind of unfair to have those sort of expectations of your spouse. That's his family. Woman come, woman go, man come, man go. Your family remains your family. So if you guys can have sit like mature adults and have a conversation, nobody says you have to be bosom buddies, but something that can be amicable, something that can be, you know, comfortable for everybody. It's not an uncommon situation. I mean, it happens to a lot of people. It's not an uncommon situation. Even girlfriend boyfriend situations, there's challenges with in-laws and marriage and just relationships all the time. I mean, and Wiley would love to have, you know, the blessing of parents and siblings. Sometimes it's just not possible. There's a lot of things that, they may not like about you for whatever reason. And in your case, you said you're a divorcee. So I guess they're like staunch Christians who believe in the sanctity of marriage and yada, yada, yada. So that did not sit too well with them. But come on. Different situations have caused in laws to not, accept potential spouses. So sometimes you just gotta, forget the blessing. You can't empower ignorance nor hate. It is much better when in-laws and spouses get along, and in some cases, great relationships with in-laws have developed over time. It's said when two women love the same man, it's trouble. Speaking of a mother and a wife, that's what they say. But here are my thoughts. Your husband wants his parents and a relationship with his relatives. It is good to want reconciliation. So, like I was saying, I don't think you should challenge that too much. More than likely, it's also an emotionally difficult situation for him as well. And I also understand your resentment because of what happened, but she's still his mother and she's due his courtesy. I'm not sure if you're at a place where you can forgive her and them, but see this as a mistake made and a weakness in their judgment. Be the bigger person and show your husband support in his effort to, rekindle the family ties. Let him at least give it a shot. You know, the in-laws and the relationship with your children, grandchildren are usually a big deal to grandparents. I don't know why we drag children into big people confusion. If you have an issue with them, did they ever say to you they don't want anything at all to do with the children, or is it because you know they feel a particular way about you, you don't want your children to associate with them? Grandchildren are usually a big deal to grandparents, you know, and then fighting often finds a truce because of grandchildren. So maybe you could. In divisions caused because of criticism of complexion or class or condition, when grandchildren show up, pride and arrogance often go out the window. So give it a shot. Your children also do a fighting chance at having a relationship with those that are also their blood. If they've been hurt in any way, then put a stop to it. But at the least, trust your husband to manage this. I mean, who knows what future blessings await? Not inviting you to the cookout, if that was purposeful, was also disrespectful. So see their flaws and see if you can help them overcome it. Trying or attempt to bury the hatchet for your husband's and children's sake. It might be difficult for you, but this struggle can mean, greater joy and peace in the long run. Because I'm sure that is causing a lot of tension in your home amongst yourself and your husband, especially when you're seeing your husband going to visit them or going to events that they organize and you're not a part of it. Morning, Sonia. Oh, you're late. I didn't see you in the first roll call. Morning. Yeah, it sounds like a sort of Christian religious sort of family who's visiting. Marlene says they don't like you and keeping the kids away from them would fuel the dislike. This isn't something you can fix. Your husband needs to sit with them and start the conversation moving forward. I agree. I think he should take the lead on this. And that's why it's important for men to lead and take control of their households. Because with a situation like that, I'm sure he's seeing how it's affecting you and also how it's affecting him. Because I'm sure he would love for his family to, approve of you and you guys can have, family over, you can go over and one. So you're probably not the only one, stressed and frustrated by this. But I think in this instant, he has to take the role because that's his family. That's his blood family. That's his mother, father, sister, whatever. I think he has to be the one to call a meeting of sorts and let us lay all cards on table. Why is it you don't like her? What is it? How can we fix this? Like I said, you guys probably wouldn't be bosom buddy tomorrow, but at least a little start. You have to start somewhere. It can't just be, oh well, they don't like me, so I'm gonna keep my children away from them, and I'm gonna get upset because you can't get upset if the man wants to visit his family. That's his family. I say blood will always be thicker than water. Something were to happen, that's who he has to run back to. And he don't want to close and burn all his bridges. God forbid something happens, then he has no one. I don't think that is fair at all to put that pressure on him as well, because I'm sure he's also feeling pressured by the fact, you're not accepted in that way, or they're not accepting of you as he is. Um, Wayne, I'm not hearing nothing in that voice note. It's like apparently you recorded it too low, so I'm not hearing it at all. I don't know what you did. You have to send that over. It's not playing. So send it over. Let me just let no, it's not playing loud. It's I'm not hearing anything at all, but it's moving. This person here says it's thank you, Charles. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you much. Yeah. So this person here says it's wrong to keep the children away. It's selfish on her part. I agree. We always want to drag children into big people problems. Deal with it. You, your husband, call a meeting, the elders in the family, and sit and have a conversation. Someone says if she knew about her mother's dislike about her being divorced, did she make a conscious effort to make the family see her differently? I feel she probably an attitude about it, especially having kids. Things could have changed. Yeah, you know how we can be. Okay, you don't like me? All right, well, I'm going to do the most. I'm going to do the most. And in doing the most, I'm going to take my husband, your son, with me to do the most. So if you're not willing to meet them halfway, if you guys are not willing to call a meeting of the minds and see how you can sort through this, then try to do what you've been doing for the most part. You said for build a life without them, you know. Like you said, things went well for the first few years, and yourself and your husband built your life. But now, 6 years into the marriage, your husband is feeling nostalgic. Of course, he would. He wouldn't immediately just ride with you solely and surely and cut off his family completely if they didn't like do anything to him apart from them not liking you. You can't expect that man to not have a relationship with his family at all. That is not and according to you, it annoys you somewhat. Listen, honestly, usually to me that is just selfish and immature. Honestly, this is just selfishness and immaturity because you're fueling the fire. You never catch flies with vinegar. It's always sugar or molasses. So you can't be bitter and expect them to be sweet. Somehow you have to show that, hey, I am better than this. I really want my marriage and my family. So I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to be as nice as I can. Even if they don't accept it, that's their business, but I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to return fire for fire. But you saying that your husband has, been feeling nostalgic after almost 6+ years of not dealing with the family just to please you. And I'm sure wasn't his wish. I'm sure he probably wanted to, but because of, okay, that's my wife now. We've left her home and what the Bible say, cleave together and what. So my responsibilities to you, my loyalties to you, but family will always be family when everything else is said and done. So I'm not sure why you're annoyed by him bonding and spending time with his family. And you're also saying especially when he talks about having your children, our children, the two of you, go to spend time with them. You're annoyed by that. I mean, you're not even doing anything to make people like you. You realize that? Even if they have a reason to dislike you because of the divorce, of you being married and divorced, the way you're dealing with this ain't gonna make them like you either. Not anytime soon. Sometimes you have to kill people with kindness, even if it takes a whole lot of energy from you. People don't know how to deal with when they're treating you nasty and you're treating them kind. They don't know. It confuses them. But they understand when they're nasty and you're being nasty. That language they can speak. But when somebody doing the most to you and you can smile and still wish them well, that confuses the devil. The devil thrives on confusion and problems. But when you're nice to it, regardless of the problems, it leaves it confused. So if you want to continue the confusion, it's up to you. But I think it's unfair to ask your husband to not have his family in your life, his family in his life, and not have his children. It's not your children alone, it's also his children. As long as they're not harming them, as long as they're being nice to them, and you don't feel they're not being abused in any way, chill. Why would you keep them away just because? I mean, sometimes. I don't know. What's going on with this one?
Aruna,
Mm,
I'm not siding with you this morning on
that's
certain
okay.
aspects. Now, from the time that man married that woman and say, I do, that's his family. His mother, yes, it's his mother. His uncle, his sister, brothers, that's his relatives. His priority is his wife and his children. That's his family. The rest of them become siblings, right? So his priority is his wife and his children. So yes, it's his relatives, it's his mother, whatever the case is, but that's his priority, his wife and his children. And the mother need to acknowledge, regardless to what. And it seems like there's a Christian background involved. And if there's a Christian background involved, now, why would they have this sort of audacity to the young lady? You see, some of these people sometimes go to church and preach certain things and then practice it differently because the son made his decision, and regardless of what the situation is, you need to accept it. You might not like it, but you have to accept it because that's his decision. No, he cannot live his life to please you. That's his life. So the mother and them need to get with the times, right? Regardless of their faith or not, they need to respect the man's decision, you know? So I understand to a certain point where she's coming from, and he need to realize his wife and his children is his priority.
And I think he does understand that, but at the end of the day, you can't tell a man to just cut off his mother completely, especially if he had that sort of close upbringing, close sort of family, regardless. So there's blame to go all around. I wouldn't just blame the family alone. She also has to play a part in what she's contributing to whatever it is by one getting upset that he's visiting them. To be honest, I'm not sure I'll be comfortable with in a relationship and my other half have issues with me visiting my family. It's not like you're going to see them every single day or they're in and out your place knowing no. I would have issues with not being able to see my mother. So to me, they all need to sit and have a conversation. They all need to grow the hell up, if you ask me. It's a whole bunch of pettiness and immaturity going around. But one person can't do it. They all have their part to play. They all need to learn to coexist. They don't have to like me. I don't have to like them, but mutual respect and understanding that, hey, this is my husband and this is my wife. Even though you may not like him or you may not like her, you have to respect my choice. They have to learn to coexist. I can't agree to just cutting, especially if you have done nothing like in terms of harming your children. So what is the excuse for keeping the children away as well? What's the reason for keeping the children away? Are they being disrespectful and rude to the children? Are the children uncomfortable around them? What is it? That's their grandparents as well. And yeah, your family, husband, wife, whoever you whatever. But like I always say, we say that, but when things happen, blood will always be thicker than water. And sometimes the people that you expect to look out for you, they don't, and you have to go back home to mommy to have your back. So you have to learn to coexist. You have to learn to coexist. Sonny says the man does not have a problem with his family. It's the wife that have a problem. So why should the man not see his mother?
I know me comment negative. Miss feel good, then people like it. They don't have to beg you for nothing. That's good. Because more than that, give the most trouble.
But I don't know. Trust me. I am not gonna sit here and pretend that you have some, for want of a better word, horrible in-laws. They don't like you, and they just don't like you, and they'll go out of their way to make your life a living hell. We all know of those. We've heard the stories. But I'm saying in this situation here, we've kept away for how many years? And I mean, he probably did it because that's what you wanted and he wanted to appease you, but that doesn't mean that's what he wanted to do. Not have any dealings with his family. You probably just thought, you know what, let me just go along with it for peace sake. But sooner or later, you just want you just want the family around. You just want to be able to be around your family. Someone says some parents need to realize they don't have control of their children's life. As adults, they must learn there's a cutoff point when they have to accept and respect children's decisions and let them make mistakes and learn for themselves. Miss, if your husband genuinely loves you and takes care of whatever and however they feel is not important. You can't force people to accept and love you. Continue doing good and forgive and bless them. In the words of my pastor, don't kill your enemies, feed them. On the other hand, you should On the other hand, lady, sounds like your attitude towards the situation is bad and possessive. You may need to change your approach. Stop making it be your way or no way. Sometimes we create our own problems. Just need effective communication. That's my thoughts as well. And I think effective communication, I think this is something that can be fixed over time. It wouldn't happen overnight, but over time. And I think that her husband needs to take, her husband, their son, their brother, their uncle, needs to take the lead on this and call together a meeting of the adults. And if all that is said and done and everything else, no breakthrough, still same way, then you're just going to have to continue living without their approval. And you're just going to have to accept the fact that he wants to have a relationship with his family regardless of how they feel about you. Even if she doesn't like you, that is still her son. And like I said, there's no book, there's no rule that said they have to like you. It's a bonus if they do, or well if they don't.
You're going to church, you learn in the church to love and to care for people, and how your son could have somebody else and you could do love your son choice. Whatever your son loves, you're supposed to love it too.
Like I said, there's no rule that says you have to like, love, approve. There are some lucky ones who are blessed with amazing in-laws from mother, father, sister, uncle, and then parent come down the road. Amazing in-laws, not one complaint. It's like that's their family, blood family. You wouldn't know if you don't know you. That's that's just by marriage. You would think that that's actually blood relatives. The way they communicate, the way they are with each other. It's one big happy family, and blessed are those who are happy to have that sort of relationship. But like I said, there's also the other side of the coin where not everybody is blessed to have relationships or have in-laws that are accepting and respectful of the relationship. Because there are some stories of some really mean mother-in-laws and family and sister-in-laws and whatever the case might be. Now, before you go into the relationship and even before you got married, you know how they felt about you, right? And like you said, from since you guys been together 6 years, you've tried to live your life and pay them no mind and what have you. But they're still there. They're not gonna go away anytime soon. They're gonna be in the background. It's not like a board where you take the dust and you wipe, you erase it. They're gonna be there. So if you're gonna decide, hey, I'm gonna fight fire with fire, then expect to be burnt along the way. But based on what you're saying, it doesn't seem like though you are making it any easier for them to accept you either, based on what you're saying. Because for one, you're saying, my husband's family has never liked me. So you already know you're getting into a relationship and there's a possibility of me not having a relationship. So you have to literally prep yourself to deal with in-laws that don't like you. So you decided to go ahead, get married, and be with this person, knowing well that the family still isn't accepting of you. You all believe you could have a life without them. Things went well for the first few years, and the first kids, they kept away. Your husband and yourself built your life. But you said, now we're in 6 years of our marriage, and my husband is feeling nostalgic. I don't think he just started feeling nostalgic. I think he'd been feeling it, but just to appease you and to keep you happy, he sort of put his feelings on ice to make sure that you're good. Even though he may not have felt the need to distance himself from his own family, he did it to make you happy. But now he's realizing, I'm missing out. I miss my family and blah, blah, blah. He started paying visits to and spending time and bonding with them again. And you says this annoys you somewhat. That right there tells me that you're fueling the fire and you're not trying or you're not doing much to make the situation work for everybody. Because there's no way I'll be annoyed if my significant other has a relationship with his mother or his family. So it's like, they don't like you, so cut them off completely. I don't know. That just doesn't sit well with me. I don't know. Maybe I probably have it wrong this morning, but for some reason that does not sit well with me. And you can say, okay, relatives and families, your husband and wife, or blah, 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 but we know it as family. And I can't see myself, because on the request of my significant other, not having a relationship with my mother. I'm sorry. I might quicker leave you if I can't have a relationship with my mother. The way I love my mom, and having to cut her out because she may not approve of you, all I'm gonna say to you, okay, you don't have to deal with her. That's my mom. I'll deal with her. You stay away. I'll handle my mother. But to have someone feel a type of way because I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong this morning, but that's just how I feel about it. I'm probably wrong. I'm probably wrong in the way I feel, but I don't know.
In the young lady's statement, she claimed that the mother never came to her wedding. Now, that alone is an issue because, and it seems to me, based on what she's saying, that the family have more issue with her than she has with them. And I'm not blaming her for resenting them, because the fact that from the time they know that she and the man involved, husband involved, it seems like they start resenting her. So it seems like there has more issue with her than she has with them. And I guess after the couple of years, it built up to, she resenting them. But one of the things, yes, you may not have liked the woman, but if your son make a decision and he's married, the lady, why it is that you wouldn't be the bigger one and say, you know what, my son is getting married, regardless, I want to still go to the wedding. So that alone shows is a serious issue. And obviously, things like that, I mean, come on, we all human. If you know your mother-in-law ain't come to your wedding, how would you feel about that? That's things for people to be upset about. So I understand where the lady is coming from, and as I said, the mother-in-law need to accept the fact that the man made his decision, So it seems to me that they have more of an issue with her than she has with them. And maybe, yes, after, a number of years, she built up certain hatred towards them as well. But at the same time, it seems like it started with them. But anyway, that's something that you'll have to talk to your husband about. And I think you all need to get together as a family and have a discussion, because it's not going to get better. It's just going to get worse. And the mother, first of all, need to accept, the situation.
Agreed. Okie dokes. Thank you. No, so that's ain't business about in-laws. They're your son, not you. That's what I'm saying. You like me, you like me, you like me. That's your business. Me losing sleep over you not liking me. Who like me, I lay down next to them in the nighttime. So if you want to stay there and fight up about they like you and let the children go visit the man, say go and visit the family. You get a breeder from children and husband. Let them go and visit the family and ease up yourself and find something to do. Go hang out with your girlfriend and them. Go and get a pedicure and manicure. You sit down stressing about like sometimes you could spit diamonds, you could spin on top, you could have a tree that you're shaking full of money. They don't like it, they just don't like it. Doesn't matter what you do. There are some who will come around based on how you show them that, hey, you know what, this isn't what you say. um Debbie, what you gonna look for work to do and leave me alone. tell you tell you BIL that for them to take credit again. So yeah, so it's a good thing. If if it's that important to you, then you're gonna have to um to have a conversation with them. Let your husband take control and organize a meeting amongst yourselves, and you can put everything on the table and have a discussion. Other than that, um continue living your life, loving your husband, loving your children, and it is what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. It is what it is. Can't be stressing about who like you and they don't like you and you're yada yada yada. Your husband loves you, your children loves you, you love them. Go forth and have a good life. All right. God is love. Jackie says, I have no relationship with my husband family, 25 years of marriage, and I'm good. Yeah, you would be good. So I don't know why she's stressing us out in the process. They don't like you, they don't like you. They ain't changing the price on nutmeg. How much up on a nutmeg now? $1.75, 150, 75 cents. That ain't changing the price or nothing. So if you want to lose sleep over who like you and who don't like you, well, miss, you have a lot of sleepless nights ahead of you. Someone says the mother didn't attend the wedding. That alone should tell you that you are not accepted. So just calm yourself. Stop your nonsense about it. Annoyed because he's spending time with his family. You're selfish and work on maintaining your family and stop focusing on the negatives. And the big problem here, I think, is because you were once married, that will continue to be a problem and you can't fix it. Miss, go away rejoicing. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place for another show. Thank you so much, Beacon Insurance and Western Union, for powering up our ladies' room. Thanks to everyone who checked in as well. I'll see you guys. Listen, tomorrow y'all want to be here. We have a crazy one.